Hello, citizens, and welcome back. This is our match reaction from Man City 3, Tottenham 3. So make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe as well, and let's jump into it. So Man City 3, Tottenham 3, and yeah, I think everyone's looking, myself included, that I've been out in the cold for a few hours. I've calmed down since the game, because if it was straight after the game, if I'd done a watch along, boy, did I have a lot more to say. But that being said, look, I can't keep going over the same nonsense. It's the same things over and over again. Our defending is atrocious. Our defense doesn't work. This high line that we play, it doesn't work. We're getting exposed time and time again, and Pep doesn't change it. Pep doesn't mix things up. It's just plan A or no way. And it's an absolute disaster. And I'm pretty sure I've had this rant several times, including against Tottenham, like 2 or 3 times. I'm pretty sure I have. So he takes out De Bruyne, he takes out Gundogan, so we have no creative play in that midfield. So he puts on Bernardo, who he's not even playing this season. He doesn't even trust him for half this season, but he throws him into this match away to Tottenham, a stadium we've not scored in, a stadium we haven't won in, but he plays him in this game. He puts him in there with Alvarez. He goes for energy. He goes for, box-to-box players. What do? We have no creativity. We don't get the ball forward. And when we do get the ball forward, it doesn't go through them because they can't do anything with it. They're just there to stop the counter-attacks, to stop Tottenham playing through the middle, which they didn't do because Tottenham just overrun us every single time because they just play a ball over the top. They have 4 attackers running at us, leaving Ake and Akanji isolated at the back. Other than being a very good-looking guy, that one, he's got a point because this team, we push so high up, and I said in the match preview, and I've said time and time again the last few weeks, if you push up in a high line against some of these teams like Liverpool, like Chelsea, like Tottenham, what's going to happen? They're going to put one ball over the top, which is what they do. They run onto it. We've got zero pace because our defense is appalling. If you turn our defense around, they have absolutely no clue what to do. And it's shown time and time again. That's why teams can have 3 or 4 chances or 3 shots on target and score 3 goals against us. It happens so often. This is nothing new. It is nothing new. People think they're our bogey team and one of these. It's not. Do you know what it is? Tottenham represent everything we're not as a team. Everything good about Tottenham, they just exploit everything of us. And I'm not saying Tottenham are a world-class team. I'm not saying Tottenham are brilliant and this and that. But they've got pace up front. What have we not got at the back? Pace. Defensively, they're big, they're strong, and they can head the ball. Our defenders, oh my God, today, where were they? And again, you've just seen it there as well. Again, that good-looking guy, he's saying exactly what's happened in this game. It could be the same game. You know, we push up on high line against Tottenham. They do the same thing. So the pitch is nice and compact. The ball's waiting to be played over the top. But do we ever play over the top? We do not play over the top. Instead, we have to pass it around the back four. We try and beat the press. We try and do this. We try and do that. Just playing to Haaland's strengths over the top, let him run onto it. That's what they did with Son. They did it time and time again with Kulusevski. They did it with Johnson as well down the other side. Just play the ball over the top. It's what Liverpool do to Salah. All over the top. Let them run onto it. Let them use their pace. But we don't do that. We have to play fancy little football. And this 3-3, it was coming all game long. And I said it time and time again. You know, I got there to the match, and my dad asked me how it was, and I said, yeah, this is going to be 3-3 this game, before it even kicked off. I called it. And it's exactly what happened, you know, and I knew the goal was coming at the end. Even at halftime when it's 2-1, I said to the guy next to me, 3-3. Neither team can defend. They're exactly the same team. It's just we've got better players. But we're exactly the same team as Tottenham. And they play to their strengths, and we don't play to ours. And people will say again, Haaland not scoring, Haaland not doing this, you know, he's not contributing. Well, he got 2 assists today, and he should have had a 3rd if the referee had actually played on. But again, how many times have I said, we don't play to Haaland's strengths. We never put the ball over the top. We never let him run onto it. We never put him one-on-one with the keeper. It's just tiki-taka football, put the ball into the box and hope he beats his marker or gets in between the 2 centre-halves. It's madness. And how Pep has not seen this, I don't know, because we saw it against Chelsea in the 4-4, which should never have been 4-4 because we couldn't shut out defence because we were caught attacking and they caught us on the break for the 4th. Liverpool, again, we're 1-0 up, we get caught on the break and we give the goal away. Red Bull Leipzig in the Champions League, what happened? Caught on the break because we're trying to score, they catch us, 1-0. We do it again, exactly the same thing, they catch us on the break, 2-0. Madness. This game. You know, they catch us on the break for the first goal. Very, very poor, by the way, by Doku. Absolutely shocking from him. I thought he had another bad game today. I think he's had more bad games than good. And I'm still yet to see all this talent. I mean, in fact, I'm yet to see all this pace that he's got. And he's not the only one either. Shocking from him. Should have fouled him. Should have done anything. Should have put his foot through it. Didn't do anything. Got arm muscle, just like Diaz and just like a Kanji in the Champions League. Gets done. And Son goes and finishes his one chance of the game he had. Of course, he's going to. And what else? Oh, yeah, we get the first goal. Son scores again. Thank you very much. Take that. We go 2-1 in front. Lovely goal. Really nicely worked. Blah, blah, blah. But we should have had 4-5 in that first half. And it would actually counted properly. Like they counter-attack. Like other teams counter-attack against us. We might have had 3 or 4 goals. But we get into that space. We put Doku into all that space for him to run onto. Does he run into it? Does he not? I want to swear there. He does not run into that space. He never fucking runs into that space. He holds it up. He slows down with the ball, waiting for the time to cut inside. He'll get a shot away. Maybe he'll hit the crossbar. Maybe he'll hit the post. Maybe he'll score. Maybe he'll put it wide. But he's not using all that space in front of him that every other team against us will do and expose us. Because our defense, like I said, our defense cannot turn around and play football. They do not like being turned around. They don't like it. Facing the wrong goal, they're fucking disaster. And again, it was the same today. Disaster. And what else? Oh, yeah, so they get the second goal as well in the second half. Make it 2-2. Good finish. Ederson should have saved it. Blah, blah, blah. Usual nonsense. They have their one chance. They take it. Third goal. We go 3-2 up. And I knew there was a third goal in this because exactly the same thing has happened against Tottenham again. And I've had the same rant. And we saw it against Chelsea. We saw it against Liverpool. We see it all the time. We saw it against Brentford last season at Etihad. You know, we get an equaliser, we take the lead or something like that in the 90th minute or late on in the game. And do we try and see the game out? No. We push for another goal, which lets them hit us on another break. It's an absolute clown show. It's a clown show. And you know what? I blame a few things for this. So the third goal, I'm actually going to put on Pep. Because if you look at that defence, he made changes just before they scored. He took off Guardiola, who I don't think was having a great game. And by the way, when I talk about Doku and pace, where is Guardiola's pace? Everyone keeps telling me he's quick. He's a quick defender. Really? Against who? He might be quicker than Ake, because Ake seems like he's running in mud all the time, but Guardiola is not quick. I am yet to see him show his pace. I'm yet to see him show me anything whatsoever. That means he starts in every single game ahead of Ake. Don't see it yet, but I'm sure it'll come. So him and Doku on that left-hand side just didn't work all game, but Pep changes it. And what happens? He brings on Ake, who I've just said, Ake is not as quick as Guardiola. So a team who brings on more quick players, a team who plays counter-attack, a team who's pushed us up to the halfway line the entire game, Pep brings on a slower defender. What happens? We get caught. Ake's nowhere to be found. And Kulusevski heads in. Good finish, by the way. Whatever. 3-3. And you can argue all you want about maybe we could have got fourth. The referee should have played on for Grealish at the end, which he should have done. The referee had an absolute shock in that injury time. Maybe, but do I expect him to score it? Nah, whatever. He might have scored it, might not have scored it. It doesn't really matter. The point is, City lost that game themselves. City dropped them points. No one else. Pep, poor substitutions. This Alvarez thing in the middle. If Alvarez doesn't have a blinding game where he scores 2 or 3 goals, he offers absolutely nothing to the team. And I saw something similar said by United fan channel the other day, which was when McTominay, if McTominay doesn't score, he offers the team absolutely nothing. And you could argue that about Haaland, but Haaland offers a little bit more because he will fight for it. His link-up play he is a little bit better than people say. Alvarez offers nothing to that team unless he's taking a corner or free kick. Otherwise, 0 when he's in the middle of that pitch. Offers nothing. And if you've been at the games and you watch the games, you'll see him push players over all the time. His pressing's poor. He's not quick enough to do it. And yeah, he's always giving away free kicks, so he lets them get out of it every single time. So he offers nothing in that midfield. That's why I'd put Lewis there, or I'd put Foden there. Anyone that isn't him, he's got to stop putting Alvarez in the middle. What else? He made a substitution. He brought Foden off in the second half. Foden was our best player. He takes him off. I mean, yeah, I knew it was coming as well. I knew it was coming. Grealish came on for Doku. I thought Grealish did okay. You know, but again, maybe he would have won the game for us late on. I don't know. But look, this high line, this defense, it doesn't work. Pep needs to sit them back. We had so much success last season. You know, we dropped points before we got beat by United, and then Pep decided to sort it out. He sat us back a little bit. He played more physical defenders. Although I don't see any physical defenders right now because they're getting muscled off everything. But he sat everyone back. Didn't let him push up so high. We hit teams on the break. We played long ball sometimes. We didn't try and do all this tiki-taka nonsense. Why is he not gone back to what worked last season to win the treble? Why has he gone back to this philosophy of, who cares? We'll just do it our way. It's costing us so many games. We should have beat Chelsea. We should have saw it out. We should have beat Liverpool. We should have seen that out. We should have saw this game out after that mess of a first half and majority of the second half. We should have seen all 3 of these games out. And every time I switch on TalkSport or Sky Sports, it's always City drop points, City open the gap, blah, blah, blah. How'd you beat this City team? People ask all the time, how'd you beat this City team? Their defense is so good. What defense? What defense are they looking at? Because I have not seen a good City defense all season. They have been shocking. And I see it all the time. How'd you beat them? They're so good, blah, blah, blah. Honestly. And you know what's funny about it as well? Because if you go back to that video of the good-looking chap talking about the last time we played Tottenham, because Walker, I have no idea what he does in a game, by the way, because he doesn't get forward. He can't pass the ball. He can't create anything. Defensively, he's always nowhere to be found. Lewis, at least, is on the ball and trying to create something up the other end of the pitch. So he's always pushed up. And it's just dreadful when we lose the ball and they hit us on the break. And again, it's not just Tottenham. It's every single team we play. That's what happens against us in every single match. He says, you know, goes on about Walker, captain this, captain that. Walker's out captain this season. And I'm seeing him worse defense. Is it coincidence? Probably. I'm just going to leave it out there. But yeah, terrible game, badly managed, poorly managed in-game, poorly played by the players. It's a mess. And we've not learned a thing. We've not learned a thing. And everyone, like I said, all week you're going to see, City drop points, Spurs shock City. This is the way to play against City. You attack them. I have been saying this for years, and I'm sure you have as well. If you just attack our back 4, they don't have a clue because they can't run back towards their own goal and defend. It's not something they're capable of doing, and they've never been able to do it. What else is there to say? What else? Like, I've got nothing left to say. It's a terrible result, but I saw it coming because I said before the game, 3-3. I knew it. Because Tottenham, like I said, we're Tottenham. We play like Tottenham. We play like Tottenham. We do. You don't want to hear it, but we play like Tottenham. We just have better players. That's it. But every little chance they had, they took. Did we take ours? No. Liverpool, we're better. Did they take their chances? Yes. Did we? No. Chelsea, I mean, that was a shocking from both teams, to be honest with you. Wolves, you can say about anyone that beats us. Brentford last season beat us twice. They just take their chances. And we always give it up. You just know we're going to give 1 or 2 away. And I just never trust anyone running our back 4 to not score. Just don't. That's the way I see it. Well, anyway, that's my match reaction. I'm going to go. Like I said, believe it or not, I've actually had like 4 or 5 hours to cool down. You should see me coming out of the ground. I was furious. But I've chilled out. It's been cold. My hands are freezing. My toes are like ice. That's it. Match reaction. Over. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Tell me how wrong I am. Tell me how good this City team is. Tell me how good this defense is. Tell me how we're going to win the treble again. I dare you. Tell me. It's appalling. How is Pep still doing the same thing over and over again? How is he doing all these mistakes still? How is he not seeing the problem? And he said before the game, it doesn't matter what score this game is. They're just going to play like they do. We didn't react to it at all. And for me, the sooner Stones is back, the sooner De Bruyne's back, the better, because this team is an absolute shambles. The lack of creativity in that middle, the inability to keep hold of the ball, the inability to stop counter-attacks. We need to sort something out. Boy, do we need to sort it out. Hit like. Bye-bye.